I sent in that paper to a very good journal, and the peer reviews came back, and maybe two, but at least one of the peer reviewers wrote back and said, "You can't study this. It's part of the supernatural." And I looked at that and I thought to myself, does this person think that anger is part of the supernatural, that fear is part of the supernatural, that disgust or joy is part of the supernatural? Why would they think that romantic love, a basic brain system, would be part of the supernatural? I mean, all over the world, we've got data on over 200 societies. People everywhere fall in love. They pine for love, they live for love, they kill for love, and they die for love. It's a powerful brain system. I really began by wondering why we bothered to pair up at all. 97% of mammals do not pair up, people do. So I thought that might be quite easy, herding peoples, etc. And I just kept seeing the same pattern, no matter what their gods were, what they did for a living, what they wore, the songs they sang. Everything varies except love. And everybody loves. So I became convinced that this was a real thing, that we were built somehow to form partnerships. In humans, it can last months or years, actually. We've been able to prove that romantic love can last many years. I think that the brain circuitry for human romantic love and feelings of deep attachment evolved probably 4.4 million years ago. Our ancestors were being forced out of the trees. They were going to have to come down onto the ground because the trees were disappearing and move through very dangerous open grasslands to another group of trees and collect what they could on the ground before they went to eat in a place unmolested by predators. And with the beginning of carrying sticks and stones to protect themselves and food to eat, they began to have to walk on 2 legs instead of 4. We began to have to walk up on 2 legs instead of 4, which meant that females began to have to carry their babies in their arms instead of on their backs. Now, how is a 4-million-year-old female going to have to carry the equivalent of a 20-pound bowling ball in one arm and sticks and stones in the other and protect and feed herself? She began to need a partner to help protect her while she moved along. And how could a male 4 million years ago protect a whole group of females? He could protect one. And so we went over what I call the monogamy threshold, a threshold in which the female needed a partner to help her raise her baby, at least through infancy. So I began to believe that if I looked into the brain, I could find the brain circuitry of romantic love. So I assembled a team and began to put people in the scanner. And the issue was how to scan the brain. And what I ended up with is the following protocol or research design. They would look at a picture of their sweetheart that called forth the wonderful feelings of romantic love. And they would also look at a photograph of somebody who called forth no emotions, no positive or negative emotions. I used a very standard psychological distraction task. I would cast on the screen a large number, like 4,821, and I would ask them for 30 seconds to look at that photograph, that picture, and that number, and count backwards in increments of 7. Now, even mathematicians take some time to count backwards in increments of 7. And when you put the neutral and the romantic love on top of each other and cancel out what they have in common, you're left what's going on in the brain when you're madly in love. I'll never forget the first moment that I looked at our data. I felt as if I was looking back to over 4 million years ago when this brain system evolved. And what we saw was activity in a tiny little factory near the base of the brain called the ventral tegmental area. It's a brain region that actually makes dopamine a natural stimulant and gives you that focus, that motivation, the craving, the elation. And I had thought that romantic love was an emotion or a series of emotions, but what it really is a drive, a basic mating drive that evolved millions of years ago to enable you to focus your mating energy on a single individual and start the mating process. As a matter of fact, we now call it a survival mechanism. The basic brain region that generates the dopamine and gives you that feeling of romantic love lies right next to the factory that orchestrates thirst and hunger. Thirst and hunger keep you alive today. Romantic love enables you to focus your mating energy and drive your DNA into tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I think all 3 of these brain systems evolved in tandem. The sex drive evolved to get you out there looking for a whole range of partners. I mean, you can have sex with somebody when you're not in love with them. Romantic love evolved to enable you to focus your mating energy on just one at a time. And attachment, that 3rd brain system, evolved to enable you to stick with this person at least long enough to raise a single child through infancy. I was absolutely positive it was not a supernatural event, but I have been determined to show the world that this is real. So many people suffer from it.